Hey guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications so you get notified next time I go live. Hey guys, what's going on? Sunny here from Online Sales Funnel Academy, coming to you from my home office near Seattle, Washington. Hey guys, thought I'd switched up a little bit. I got the air conditioning going in this room, so I thought I would try this location a little bit and see how it works out. Hey guys, in today's video, I wanted to talk about the 2 ways that I find virtual assistants to help me in my business. Now, this is a hot topic on social media right now. People are always asking me, where do I get my virtual assistants? And it's almost like if you don't have a virtual assistant, then you're not a real business. But definitely a virtual assistant can help you a whole lot in your day-to-day marketing. So I just want to kind of like break down some of the do's and don'ts when hiring a virtual assistant, because I feel like if you guys have that information, I wouldn't want you to make any of the same mistakes I made when I first started. Okay, so number 1, the first thing we want to do is figure out what exactly the virtual assistant is going to be doing for you. Now, I know that sounds like a no-brainer, but a lot of people don't really have an idea of what the virtual assistant is going to be doing. So when you are hiring someone, whether it's an employee or a virtual assistant is coming into your business, you want to be as specific as possible, okay? So a lot of times as business owners, we've got a whole bunch of processes and things that we know how to do in our head, right? And we assume that the other person coming in has the same information, right? So even if let's say I'm a Shopify expert and I was gonna be hiring another Shopify expert, I'm just assuming, oh, they know how to install a custom domain, they know how to set up the pixel, they know how to do the images, they know this, they know that. You can't assume that, okay? You know what they always say about assume? It makes an ass out of you and me. So make sure you don't assume that even though it's on their resume, make sure during the vetting process that you've got a way to figure out that what exactly that you're asking them is really the experience that they have, right? So, and for example, don't just ask general questions. Don't be like, hey, do you know how to crop photos? And they're like, yeah. Okay, well, you know, you might want to flip that and say, hey, if I were to give you a photo, explain to me the process that you would go through to crop it to meet the proper, you know, Instagram dimensions. And if they know their stuff, they should say, well, an Instagram photo is 1080 by 1080 pixels, and I would upload that into Canva, and I would do the thing and make the image, and then I would download it or send you the link for your approval. Okay, that would be a perfect answer. Okay. Now, you may not always get a perfect answer, but make sure that you gear the questions so at least they can get close to making sure that what you're asking for is what they are going to get. Because a lot of heartache comes when you think you're communicating with your virtual assistant or your vendor, and their expectations, and they're like this. They miss in the middle of the night, 2 ships passing in the middle of the night, and they don't cross. I recently had this experience in my own business. I'd hired a vendor to do something for me online, and I thought I was crystal clear about what I was asking him to do. With his area of expertise, it was very specific, and what he thought he heard me say was very specific. So my expectation and his expertise, did not meet up, okay? So when I decided to let him go, I said, you know what, this isn't working out. He got really upset, and he said, well, why? I'm this, that, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. Then he's like, you're being unreasonable. And I thought, well, wait, am I? Let's stop and analyze this, because there's always a lesson to be learned when you're dealing with other people and trying to figure out processes. So what ended up happening was I figured out that he was the expert at what he was doing, and I was the expert at what I was communicating. But the way I had communicated it over to him, he thought he'd understood it, and I thought that my expectations were here, but we just missed, okay? So make sure to, when you're gonna hire someone, make sure to take those kinds of things into account. Make sure that you respect their emotions and their feelings, because most of the time they're experts too, and I say most of the time because you're gonna get an occasional scammer. It happens, but try and protect yourself the best you can by writing a laser bulleted job description that they can read and understand before you hire them. Okay, so the 2 common, the most used places that I use to hire a virtual assistant, the first one is Upwork. Okay, so Upwork.com. Upwork is really great because it's got everything from like writers, videographers, and they also allow you to have people who are full-blown agency owners as well as individuals. So if I wasn't already an agency, I could go list, actually as an agency, I can go list my services on there and maybe someone will find me in the search, right? What I typically do when I'm trying to hire or post for a position is I will make sure to tell Upwork that I'm hiring 2 to 3 people for the position, okay? So what I like to do, this is my own personal way that I do it, I like to go through, and I know that sometimes you gotta go through some, some coal to get to the diamond, right? So what I do is I go in and I hire 3 different people for the same position, and I give them a very small sample task. And I'll say, hey guys, I need this, 1 video edited or this 1 blog post written. And if this works out, then we'll see if there's more work, right? Don't promise them the grandiose thing if you don't know they can deliver. I made that mistake early on. You don't want to do that. So by getting 3 different people to do the exact same task, now they don't know necessarily that the other people are, because I don't tell them. Upwork says, how many people did you hire for this job? And it said 3, but I don't say, hey, I've got 2 other people competing against you. I don't do that, but I do let them know that this is going to be a sample test to see if their skills match with my expectations. So what's really cool about this process is that when you're working on a limited budget, it usually only takes anywhere from $40 to $100 to figure out who your diamonds are out of the selection, right? So it's a really cool way to get in there and like figure out who's who, see what their skill sets are, and then like weed out the ones that you want to move forward with. And I have found some amazing vendors on there, and they're my secret weapons now. Whenever I have projects that are due, they are my secret weapons, and I go to them all the time. Okay, the second piece of advice I have would be once you find your diamonds, don't be afraid to pay them what they're worth, you guys. Most of the people on Upwork are already come from the private sector where they have been in corporate America for a long time, and they've already built up their skill sets for the last 20 or 30 years. So the money that they're asking for more than likely is legitimate. So if they're saying that they charge $30, $40 an hour, I mean, go look at their resume listed inside of Upwork, and when you see the projects that they've done, and you'll know for the most part when you're reading a resume like what it is that they've actually done, if they're telling the truth, because man, and you're like, man, if this person can get the results, like I said, it's a great way to meet top level C-suite kind of people that are really good at what they do. Okay, now the other place that I like to hire vendors from is a site that's called FreeUp. It's FREEUP.com, and I really like FreeUp because it has a broader base of international selection, and everybody who comes through FreeUp is legitimately vetted first through FreeUp, and they have a very rigorous selection process. So it was actually designed by someone who was a digital marketer and a business owner who went and made FreeUp because they had so many vendors themselves. And so here's an example. You go onto FreeUp, you sign up your business, you attach your credit card like you would on Upwork, then you put out a job description to say 1 freelance needer for Instagram posts, 5 to 10 hours a week, and then you get to pick, do you want English speaking, non-English speaking? Do you want international? Do you want US only? And you go through and you figure out, you pare down, like so if it's like Instagram, I don't need an English speaker, I just need someone international. And a lot of times they've contracted out with people in the Philippines. I've had some amazing workers in the Philippines, and it's only cost me $6 or $7 an hour to get these massive projects done, and it's been just a godsend. So definitely check out FreeUp. There'll be a link in the description down below to both Upwork and FreeUp. All right, you guys, so those are my top 2 recommendations that I have for hiring a VA through Upwork or FreeUp. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you pick, or if you have a VA, and if so, where did you get them, and what tasks you have them do for you in your business. I would love to know. So that's going to end my video for today. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications next time I'll go live, and I'll see you on the next one. So take care.